I'm surprised at the range of coverage that the president's Tylenol announcement got yesterday. Some organizations played it up big. It's barely covered in some other places. Um, so going forward, Dan, do you think the president's announcement, where he went further than his own medical team in what the recommendation was, the recommendation from his own people, leaving aside people who say they don't believe the science, even his own people said people should, doctors, patients should be careful and judicious and prudent about how much Tylenol they take. Here's the Wall Street Journal headline. In targeting a common painkiller, Trump oversteps his own advisor's guidance on autism. The president's warning against Tylenol use for pregnant women and children went beyond the advice of his drug regulatory agency. Um, Dan, do you think going forward this will have a big effect on Tylenol use in this country by pregnant women?
It'll have some because there are lots of people, tens of millions, who will hear what the president say and follow his advice. I don't think you're going to hear much more about this because I think his own political team knows that the data is really dangerous on the vaccine issue. You had Bill Cassidy coming out and saying, respectfully, where's the science to back up any of the things you said? Please put it out. That's Bill Cassidy. That is a Republican senator in about the nicest way possible saying, there's no evidence of anything you two said, the other person being RFK. So they know this is a danger zone politically, but they need the RFK vote to stay engaged. So I don't think you're going to hear much. I think Democrats will make sure that you hear about this, though.
Sean, is this going to have a big impact?
I do. I think so. I mean, I flipped through all the morning shows this morning. Everybody was talking about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is that despite the headlines and the reflexive nature of most of the legacy media, when they actually put doctors on, they said, well, there is some such studies that suggest that this is a problem and da 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 da. So there is, again, I'm not a doctor, but I do think that what people should always do, and what the job of most of these government agencies is to do, is to give guidance to doctors. At the end of the day, regardless whether it's a vaccine or acetaminophen, consult with your doctor what's best for you. And the role of the government is to give doctors advice and knowledge. And so, at least in my flipping around and listening to the actual people that went to medical school, there's definitely some studies that suggest that there's a connection. There could be a connection. There might be some. So warning people about it, I think, is helpful. But at the end of the day, you should always seek an actual doctor's advice.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.